Oh my goodness, look at that. We are live despite, all the craziness. Guys, literally, we were about to go live. It was like 30 seconds to 5 o'clock. And then my power shut off. Like the whole house. It went black. I thought the cat like unplugged my light because my light just shut off. And I was like, what the heck? And I was still talking to you for like a couple of seconds, right? And I was like,
yeah, you were literally like, well, should we just go live? And I was like, yes. And you're like, oh. And I was like, you're frozen. Are you there? Nothing?
Nothing at all.
Like,
it was donezo. And then I heard the entire house just start beeping. Everything was beeping. Even the LEDs on the desk are like just flashing like they just got turned on. Oh Danger. My! It was craziness. It was absurd.
Well, welcome to the Haunted Side Social Club.
Yes, welcome to the Haunted Side Social Club. I couldn't have said it any better. Tuesday nights we like to
put the punctual in paranormal. Never.
We put the oast in ghost. I don't know if that makes sense. Anyways, guys, good to see everybody. Lovely to see you all. It is another beautiful Tuesday, a hot Tuesday.
It's really nice here, which is odd. So, like, all of my friends and family that live on the West Coast are currently dealing with a heat wave of epic proportions. And meanwhile, look, I got the door to the van open. Like, it's a nice, cool breeze coming in. We got cloudy skies. Like, it's been super, super nice here. And I'm just like watching everybody else melt.
Yeah, it's 102 right now.
Yeah, that's stupid.
That is outrageous.
What is Las Vegas right now?
Probably 115.
Because that's Las Vegas heat. Las Vegas is like 100 to 112 is like a cool day for them. I can only imagine what Vegas is going through.
Oh, Las Vegas actually right now is 99 degrees because they're under a severe thunderstorm warning. So it's just the cloud cover. That's the only reason.
Cats and dogs living together. It's hysteria. Come on.
Oh, what is the hottest 200 degrees? I bet 109 in Idaho. Okay, who can beat 109? Because it's 5.
I'm feeling nice where I'm at. Let me check. I am currently at a nice 89 degrees.
That's horrible. But what's the humidity? 98%?
Well, listen, we're not talking about humidity.
We don't talk. 60?
It's a light 60%.
Oh, God.
Listen, I'm not saying it's not warm. I'm just saying it's not 112.
That's true. 112 and 60% humidity would feel like 300 degrees. You just feel like you're in an oven cooking in your own.
I'm heading your way next week by way of the northern route because I have to go up to Seattle before I drop down to Reno.
Daniel throwing down the $5 super chat.
So I'm going to be going into the hot heat wave here in the next few days. So super lucky.
16 degrees Celsius here. We have no idea what that means. So actually that's like 70 degrees. Hey Siri.
Order toilet paper.
She didn't even do anything. Hey Siri. Hey Siri. Oh my God, I'm going to Android.
Ignoring you just like all the other women in your life.
Yeah, exactly. Lord have mercy. 95 in Ogden, Utah. You're in Utah and it's 95 degrees? It should be freezing up there. Can't you still ski in Park Cities right now?
Yeah. Seattle, Julie says Seattle is burning up too. It is. It hit 112. 112 in a place that most of the people that live there don't own air conditioning because they just never have that kind of temperatures.
No, yeah, Pacific Northwest.
Yeah,
they don't have to have ACs. They just crack the window and they're like, "Oh, it's beautiful in here." Not anymore.
Right now.
They're like, there's probably an AC shortage at like all of the you know what I mean? Like Home Depot and and Lowe's, Absolutely. Best Buys, wheeling them out. These are $800.
It's gone up. Sorry, we don't know why. It's weird.
Dude, so when I was in Oregon last year, when they had the really big fires up there, remember Oregon, like the entire state was on fire. I was at my parents' house just south of Eugene, and the smoke was so bad that I wanted to go out and buy a couple of air purifiers just to put in the house. Because I was there, Lex was there, my family was there, everybody. And it was, even in the house, you could start to smell the smoke. And we were calling around and everybody was like, yeah, no, we don't have anything like that. Everything is gone. And we went to like 14 different stores, even the ones that were kind of out a little ways, in rural Oregon, sold out. I went on Amazon and like one that would normally cost a couple $100 was like $1,000 when you put it that you wanted to mail it to Oregon.
Yep.
I was like, what? Get out of here. Outrageous. Well, it is good to see everybody in the chat. A lot of familiar faces, a lot of different color ghosts. Thank you all so much for being channel members. You have no idea how much we love you for doing that and for helping support the show. Speaking of which, Jason, I hope you're getting excited because we are filming some brand new episodes next week and a half. I'm so stoked.
Not excited at all.
So I think we have 3 now. I have a third one to do. So yeah, 3 is going to be good. 3 is going to be very good.
Yeah, we can definitely do 3. I'm excited. I moved obviously away, and so we do investigations in chunks now. Like we don't. When we lived in the same town, we would investigate every week, every other week. Like it was a constant flow of investigations. Now it's like, all right, well, I'll see you in a couple months when the episodes start drying up, and then it's like it's go for a few days, and then like, all right, I'll see you in a couple months when the episodes dry up.
I know, it's still pretty good because we have a lot of episodes banked. We just got into the big trip that we went on, and we've got part 1 of the homestead coming out Friday, which you remember how insane that place was.
Yeah, it was dark. It's one of the places that definitely, the second you walk in the place, you get a vibe of like, okay, we're not wanted here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just the way it is.
And if you haven't already seen the new reality, they released their part 1 and then they did a part 2, which was like half and half. Go watch their filming that they did in the homestead and then half homestead, half in the mansion, because they caught some crazy stuff. And we didn't really see each other very much. Like when we were filming, they were filming. And then when we switched over, it was like a very quick, like just a couple of minutes, go use the bathroom, grab the gear.
Because we only had so much time for that location. And so we finished up what we were doing in the first spot. And as they were finishing up, we're like, how'd it go? And they're like, oh, it's pretty good. And then literally we just crossed across the lawn going from one place to the other because we had to get into the spots. We had to start filming because we had at that point only a couple hours left. So we just didn't, which is fine. We didn't want to be influenced by anything that they had going on. We wanted to really go in with a fresh set of eyes kind of thing. But that being said, having another team in there kind of priming up the activity for us is always kind of nice.
Yes, especially because they were picking up on like a male presence that was very oppressive and very evil, for a lack of a better word. Mm-hmm. And if you watch their episode, Cody's doing a sensory deprivation and Sean is like calling this person or this spirit or whatever, calling it out, like not just being like, can you come up and do that? No, he's like, you need to do this. He was like getting aggressive with it, but the spirit was being very aggressive in return. I mean, it grabbed Cody around the neck at one point. So it was pretty dark. And to then see when they went into the mansion after us, they were compelled to almost do the same thing. And Cody ended up playing hide and go seek with this child spirit, which is unbelievable to me because that's what I had done an hour before that.
Yeah, while we were packing all of our stuff up, that's when we got a chance to sit there and chit chat. And they were like, "Well, yeah, what'd you think of the homestead?" And we're like, "Yeah, it was crazy. Like, this is our experience." And he's like, "Yeah, we had something very similar." And Patrick was like, "Yeah, you know, it was a night and day compared to the actual the mansion, because I was in there, felt a child spirit or like a playful spirit. I ended up playing hide and go seek, and like those guys just went quiet." And he's like, "What?" He's like, "We did the same thing."
Yeah,
and so
Cody saying that.
it was a case of we didn't tell them what we did at all. We didn't have time, and for them to have oddly done the exact same thing or felt compelled to do the exact same thing was very weird.
That was so weird. I even, when I saw the title of their episode, I was like, oh my God, like that is unbelievable. I was blown away. That was so freaking cool. By the way, everybody is loving the beard, and Frisky Sausage even says Jason looks like he kills bears for a living.
I've been known to tackle a bar or two.
You look like an extra from The Revenant.
There you go.
Look like one of the tour guides from The Revenant.
It's always interesting since we film gaps. Like I said, we filmed our big trip, and then I haven't seen you in a couple months, and then I'll be back. And then those episodes will feature me in like a full-blown beard. But by the time those episodes start airing, I won't have the beard anymore. And it's the same for Cemetery Road. My episodes that I'm putting out for Cemetery Road right now are ones that I filmed on that trip. And so I just have like a very shorter beard or whatever. But then when people come onto these lives, I've got the big old beard. So
just the boom.
Yeah.
By the way, guys, make sure to like the video. I see that we only have, somebody said we had 39 likes. Guys, come on. Let's get this to 100 likes. And Tamara, thank you so much for that PayPal donation. Helping us get to more locations, helping us film more episodes for you guys. We appreciate it. And guys, if you're in the chat and you see all those little like pretty colored ghosts over there, we got some red, pink, green, orange, all those ghosts. That denotes somebody being a channel member. You can join for literally $1.99 a month, $2 a month. That's like a double espresso coffee a month.
That sounds pretty good right about now. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm like, wait a second, double espresso. So if you would like to help us get to more locations, if you love the show, if you just found the show and you're just digging your teeth in, consider joining the channel for $2 because it helps so very much. And then we also have a patron where you can join for $5 a month. Patrons get access to all kinds of like, they get the trailers of the new episodes early. We do special like patron investigations and clips and behind the scenes stuff like that for patron. Which one of my favorite ones, Jason, is the why we don't do intros. Do you remember that? You saw that one, right? I'm pretty sure I said that to you. Elizabeth, which is better, channel member or patron? They're both pretty much the same. The major difference is that if you're a channel member, you get all of the like custom emojis and you get the ghost next to your name on YouTube. If you're just a patron, you don't get that. But more of the funds from patron actually come to us and let us do more investigations. YouTube takes a very large percentage of the channel membership fee. So what a lot of people do is they'll do the $2 one here so that they get all of the stuff, all the perks on the channel. And then they'll go and become like a $5 patron or a $10 patron because we get significantly more of the donation through Patreon. I think Patreon only takes like 6% or 10% or something like that. It's not very much, where YouTube takes closer to 60%. So,
yep.
So if you've got $7 a month, I would say join Patreon for $5 and join the channel for $2 and literally give up one coffee a month, just one, and you'll get that many more episodes from us. So Patreon is better for the channel. Got it. Yes, Patreon is monetarily better for the channel. Absolutely. And then PayPal being the absolute best because they only charge about a 3% processing fee. And speaking of which, I think I said it, but I'm going to say it again. Tamara, thank you much for that PayPal donation. We love you. Thank you. And let me see what else we got going on. Oh, merch. Guys, go get some merch. Go get some Haunted Side merch. We've got the Ghost Hunter hats. I don't have one close to me, but we also have the Ghost Hunter beanies. Jason, I got one for you. You can have a black one or you can have a red one.
I'm going to go with the black one.
Sweet, because I like the red one.
Okay.
But we've got all kinds of new shirts. We've got all kinds of like good stuff up there. Go use promo code rewatch, and you guys can pick up some awesome gear. Oh, speaking of which, on Teespring they actually let us do digital products now, and so basically, if you don't have PayPal or if you don't want to use PayPal, you can actually go onto the Teespring, go onto our merch store, and there's like a $10 donation, $25, $50, and $100 donation card, and you can click it, buy it, and you get to download it's like a PDF version of it. But then that donation comes to the show, which is awesome. So if you don't have PayPal, you can do that. And help us get to some more locations. And yes, I did get a haircut. Somebody was pointing out the haircut. I had to get it trimmed a little bit. It was getting...
I got to get one too.
Basically, just take Jason and do this. And that's what my hair was doing. So I needed to get it trimmed up, especially because, when you first get the haircut, you got to give it a couple of days to kind of get into the new thing, and then it's going to look perfect for the filmings.
I saw a question from Catfished. They asked
Catfish HD.
Yeah, Catfish HD. Where is it? It went away. They were asking, why did the sizing go down to only 2XL? I think that's a Teespring thing, because I was designing some new shirts for Cemetery Road, and there were a couple of the shirts that I had that when I went to put sizing on them, they only went to like large for some reason. There's definitely I don't know, they change that depending on inventory, I assume.
Yeah.
I would check back just a little bit later, maybe in a week, to see if the sizes are available again.
Yeah,
because we don't choose the sizings. Like, we choose the styles, like a shirt or a tank top or whatever, and then it is available in whatever size that product comes out in. And so if the sizing is only a certain amount, that generally means they don't have the inventory currently.
Yeah. And it does change. It does change quite often, because I've seen it say that they were out of like mediums for like a week, and then all of a sudden it comes back in. So just double check, keep going back, and you'll see. And I saw Liz said she'll join Patreon, but only if Jason does naked investigations on Patreon. Last time, I will mention it. LOL.
Nobody wants that.
Well, apparently somebody does.
Peggy says,
Patrick, you were so cute. If I hadn't turned 62 today, I'd fall in love with you. Thank you, Peggy. I appreciate it. That is awesome.
Jason Cheney says, hey, is this just a talk show? We forgot to mention in the introduction of this that the Tuesday night hangouts, the Haunted Side Social Club, if you will, is just us hanging out. We do talk a tiny bit of paranormal stuff if we want to mention some episodes or somebody has a specific paranormal related question. But for the most part, it's just hanging out, me and Patrick, with the people here in the chat. It is not an investigation, or it's not a like ghost hunting 101, if you will. That's what the social club is for on Tuesday nights. But we do have new episodes every Friday. We also do pre-show live streams on Fridays. So an hour before the new episode comes out, we jump on and we hang out. We, without spoiling too much, talk about the episode to come, or we talk about the previous episode. But right now, this is hangout sessions.
Heck yes. And thank you guys for being here. Jackie says, donation cards are a great idea. Why, thank you. Helen, I can only afford so much a month, or I donate more. Either way, can't complain because you're awesome. Helen, thank you so much. And to be honest, for the people who have, a few extra bucks to send our way every month, we appreciate you more than anything. But honestly, guys, even just being here, watching the videos, liking the videos, sharing out the videos like you guys do, that is way more than enough. If that's all you're able to do, thank you, because that makes a huge difference. And honestly, we can't thank you guys enough for all of the support that you give us. It's unbelievable. Like I said, I say it every time, and I'm always going to say it. We love you guys so much for believing in us and for helping, keep the haunted side going and everything. It's unreal because like Jason says, we're not independently wealthy. Neither one of us are just, multimillionaires and we just do whatever we want. We both work for a living. This is a side project for us. And we love it. I mean, we have so much fun doing this. We have so much fun hanging out with you guys and talking with you guys and just making these videos and making these episodes for you guys. So we love you so much and thank you for letting us continue to do it. Tacos. Somebody said, oh, I love it. Yes, tacos. Patrick, you're such a sweetie. Thank you, Inner Goddess. Frisky Sausage, hashtag fake speech.
No fake speech.
No, that is about as genuine as you can get, guys. We love you to death.
And, in that same kind of mentality, like on Cemetery Road, I put out episodes and I love getting everybody's feedback on the location. I love hearing your guys' thoughts. People send in the comments stories of cemeteries they've gone to. I've actually had a few people being like, I never went to cemeteries. And now I'm seeking them out. Now I am going out of my way to go to cemeteries to check out these interesting locations. And I've even seen a few on Instagram that I've commented on where they see just locations where I'm like, man, I wish I could be there. Like that looks pretty cool. And so it's this communication that, between the people who watch our stuff and us that I absolutely love. I'm super excited when new episodes come out and I get to, interact with everybody again, when we do these live streams and we get to interact with you guys. Like that's really the biggest thing for me.
Yeah, absolutely. Great question. What is the most dangerous ghost hunt you've done?
Dangerous? I don't think I've ever felt in danger from spirits that we are attempting to interact with. At least nothing that really comes to mind. Something maybe like brought a level of fear out that you normally don't get on our investigations, but I've never felt in danger. That being said, some of the locations we've gone to are a bit sketchy. For instance,
Clean Water Demon House.
Clean Water Demon House. Not so much with the Clean Water Demon House, but they're like the Truckee River Murder House. There are parts where you're walking and you're just like, literally there's holes in the floor you could fall through, or there's boards that you start bending as you step on them. The Comstock Mill and the Donovan Mill are in the process of being fixed up and renovated. And so I feel safer in those ones because they've really done a really good job of making it a safe area. But there are places that if you're not paying attention or you're not being careful, you could get hurt. But I don't know if there's ever been like a dangerous place.
Yeah, I don't feel like. I mean, the places where like if we felt like, or if I was like scouting the place out and we went there, and Jason and I both felt like we were like in real danger, we wouldn't do it.
No, especially with the idea of like, hey, do we think we would feel safe at night in night vision, like without being able to see where the holes in the floor are and all that kind of stuff? We would just not do it.
And I mean, it's happened. There's been times where we've gone to locations and things didn't look right, or there were people there, squatters. There just things were going on, and we just look at each other and we're like, it's not worth it. We'll go somewhere else and film something else, which is how we ended up doing the Bat Brothel, ironically. Unfortunately, yeah. Tim says, whose idea was the sensory spirit box?
It wasn't our original idea, so we take no credit for creating that investigative style.
Sensory deprivation. Is that what he means?
Yeah.
That's what you mean, Tim, right?
So sensory deprivation's been around for a little bit. I don't know the who's, what's, and where's. You can look it up. If you type in paranormal investigation, sensory deprivation, you will find who kind of came up with that style and all of that kind of stuff. I wanted to do it on the haunted side because I had done it, or I'd seen it done at a like ghost walk / investigation that I went on before doing the haunted side. And so when I joined the team and, got some investigations under my belt, I told Patrick, I'm like, we should try this. And he's like, yeah, we'll try that sometime. And I think it took a few investigations before we like thought about it, because you got to get blindfold and headphones, and like, you have to kind of be prepared for it. And so we introduced it into our show, and it worked really well. It was a really interesting way to investigate the first time. And so and we got a lot of really good response from you guys, the viewers, that you liked that technique. And so we just keep doing it. And honestly, it is one of the most effective techniques for us in our investigations at this point, which it's weird. You go back and watch an investigation from, the first season that I was on, and we don't do it. And I'm just like, it would have been great to have a sensory deprivation in that location. That would have been awesome. But yeah, I can't remember what the exact episode was in which we introduced it for the first time, but it's definitely become a staple of our journeys.
Yeah. It's great. Crooked says, would you ever take a commission to go somewhere to investigate? 9 times out of 10, we're paying the location to investigate there. So, normally they wouldn't pay us. And even so, I mean, there's been times where people have wanted to, they'll basically kind of donate to the channel to have us come out. But we wouldn't ever set a price and charge somebody for us to be there. That's not something that I think we're interested in doing. If a location wanted to tip us, I guess kind of is how you would say it, donate a little bit for having us come out, we would accept it and put it into gear and put it into the show. But we certainly wouldn't charge anybody to go out and film.
Nah.
I would feel bad. I'd be like, oh, you want us to film there? We're kind of a big deal. That'll be $500. No, that's stupid. I can't do it. Bat brothel. Yep. Question says, why are you so naive? Ooh, great question.
Wait, what?
I guess we're naive.
About what?
I don't know. The question is, why are you so naive? Question. I don't know. Some of the locations are falling apart, guys. Yes, a lot of the locations, because we'll typically go into places where things are falling apart. They're old, they're abandoned. They've got some crazy stuff going on.
This question, Lolly, I believe. Are you easily spooked? Are you in a mindset that you've come to do a job, or do you have balls of steel? I would say I'm fairly easily spooked. And I don't mind. Like, I'm not like, man, I shouldn't have gotten scared. Like, come on, got to man up. No, I'm willing to be scared. Like, I'm there for it. I'm good. It's the difference between being frightened because you are investigating spirits, ghosts, whatever.
Yeah.
But not letting it affect the truth of your situation. Like, don't get so freaked out that everything is a ghost. Like, you're like, is that a ghost? Is that a ghost? I saw something. Like, you really got to keep that in control so that you are still aware of what is actually there or what you are actually experiencing, and not letting your mind kind of run away with you, which is really easy to do in these kind of a situation.
Oh, definitely. And Lana says, what is the most afraid you've been on an investigation? I want to say that I think both of us got really freaked out on this last trip that we did.
I can't speak on it yet. Spoiler warnings. I didn't have a great time at one of the locations.
Yeah, no, Jason got horrified a couple of times in the same place.
Yeah.
And that episode will be coming out soon. But then I got truly frightened at the Old Bryce Hospital, the very last place that we went. At the very end, something happens where I was just
it was crazy.
What? It scared the hell out of me, and you guys will see that episode coming out here pretty soon. And that was awesome because it was like a collaboration with the New Reality, and so we were all investigating at the same time this massive, like acres and acres of property with like dozens of buildings, and some were hospitals, some was psychiatric ward. It was massive, and it was so cool when we first got there because it was like it's in this wooded area, and the trees and the vines and everything are just growing and just swallowing these structures up. It was so creepy. I tried to get drone shots, and there wasn't really anything to see because once you get up above it, it just looks like trees. It was crazy. Electric Pagan, thank you for the $2 super chat. Sorry, guys, we're way behind in the chat.
The chat's going crazy.
Yeah, we're going to fire off some of these. Do you ever plan to go to Louisiana for an investigation, Barbara? Absolutely. I grew up in Louisiana. I lived in Lafayette from about 9 years old until about 16, 17. So I love Louisiana. I want to go back. I want to go there. I want to go there. Yes. And I'm going to go with, I've been told that I have balls of steel. So yeah, I usually when stuff really starts getting crazy, we'll kind of look at each other, and Jason's looking at me like, okay, what's going on now? Are we scared or what? And most of the time I'm like, okay, that was creepy as hell. We can't explain it, but let's go figure it out. And Jason usually is the same. He's like, okay, that jump scared me, or I'm like, I got scared for a second, but let's go, because we're here to document that stuff. We're here to find out what it is or what it could be, because sometimes we go in and we find out that's it's a rat that looks like this. It's a huge, like 7-pound rat.
We've seen some big rodents.
We've seen some very big.
I'm gonna go through some of these lightning fast questions.
Okay, do it.
Let's see here. Some places charge outrageous prices. They do.
Yes.
That is a problem.
Exorbitant.
What does Bad Productions stand for? Buy a drink.
Buy a drink
Productions. Let's see. What do you do for your fake jobs during the day? I manage a courier company.
I work for a coffee company.
What do you think of the Randonautica wave on YouTube? I assume you mean all the channels that are doing the Randonautica stuff. I haven't looked into it very closely, and I don't know if the Randonautica stuff. It's not something we would ever do as an episode, like a full-blown episode. That would have to be like an offshoot type episode, which I'm not really sure the Haunted Side is an offshoot type episode kind of show, channel kind of thing. But I don't know enough to really speak into it. Let's see. A lot of people are talking about Alcatraz. Yeah, I would love to do Alcatraz. It is ridiculously expensive because it is a national park.
It almost happened last year, but it didn't end up coming through. But don't worry, we're working on that one. Jason looks like he ran out of gas on the way home from work, but needed to do this video for his fans. Keep it 100%. Love you, man.
That's right. Listen, I was in the house like a couple of live streams ago, proving that I actually live in a house.
You did. How do you deal with negative entities? They spook you hard. If they spook you hard. Jason and I are very...
as calmly as possible.
Yeah. Jason and I, when we go to a location, we make it very clear from the very beginning, even sometimes when we're just doing B-roll, that we are there to document. We are there to interact with whatever spirit is there, negative, positive, it doesn't matter. We're there to react to it. But afterwards, we are going to leave, and they are not. That energy, that spirit, whatever you want to call it, is going to stay there. and we make that very, very, very clear when we're doing that kind of stuff.
So far, so good.
Yeah.
Have you ever had any nightmares after an investigation?
Ooh, that's a good question, Amanda.
I have not.
I don't know if I've had nightmares, but I've had dreams about locations. More just kind of like investigating, like I almost like feel like I'm there again, kind of place. But it wasn't anything like negative. It wasn't anything too scary. Is there a place where you send your evidence to further provide truth and acceptance of ghosts? I don't think we've captured anything that I feel like needed to be inspected by
a third party.
Yeah, I guess. Most of the stuff that we capture, it's like pretty blatantly obvious that it's something weird, something paranormal, a voice, a breath, some kind of weird shadow, something like that. So I don't think we've ever came into a situation where I'm just like, I don't know what this is. Let's reach out to somebody else because I mean, to be fair, I don't even know who I would reach out to because there are no experts per se in the paranormal. So nobody really knows for sure because it's not something that's fully understood. So I feel like what we do on the haunted side is we go out, we film, we take the evidence that we capture, and then we release it to you guys. And let you watch it and see what you think. That's kind of how we roll. It's very raw, very.
And I think that speaks to what it is we do. I think there are some people out there that are under the impression that we're a scientific study that are there to prove or disprove the unknown, and we're not. We're a couple of dudes who, in their spare time, go to supposedly haunted locations. We do as best of an investigation as we can, all while filming it so that we can, quote unquote, take other people along with us on our adventures. Yeah. That's what we're doing. Like, we're not pretending to be experts or seekers of the truth. We're going to, I don't know, win the Nobel Prize because we finally proved the afterlife or something. Yeah. We're not like getting scientific study grants in order to
we're not working for NASA.
This is a YouTube channel. This is a YouTube channel. So, just keep that mindset of like, these are just a couple of guys who are living their best lives and taking us along for the ride. That's all it is. Now, if somebody wants to pay us to do this as a full-time job, like I will change that answer.
Yeah, that could very well happen. Do y'all feel the need to tell the spirits not to follow you home, Peggy? Yes, absolutely. Like I said, we make that very clear that if something is there, we can interact with it. It can interact with us. It can touch us. It can mess with the equipment. But after that, we're going to leave, and it is not. What's the next piece of hardware you would like to help? You would like to buy to help the spirit contact you? We do have a bunch of stuff coming in from Paranormal Electronics. I hope that it gets here before you get here, Jason, because we're going to have their Ovilus, and we're going to have the SLS version 3, which does not need a tablet anymore. You just turn it on, and there is an LED screen built into the camera that screen captures to an SD card. It's supposed to clear up all the issues that you have with the tablet shutting off and all of that crap. So hopefully that gets here. Frisky Sauce says Patrick is the detective. Actually, to be fair, no. Jason does more of the investigating and does more of the research on the locations than I do. Typically, I'm like, okay, what's the name of the place? Cool. Give me like a couple of things that have happened. Okay, turn the cameras on, let's go. Where Jason is like, hold on, it was Dr. Navarsky. He was well into his 90s. You know what I mean? Jason typically will do a lot more of the research on the location. So if anybody is the detective of the channel, it is that man right there.
Lally says, what do you think of people who, no matter how much evidence you will have, will always say no to ghosts?
That's fine. That's their prerogative.
You do you, guys.
Yeah.
I choose to let people do that, whatever it is they want to do. What I don't understand is people who are like, I do not believe in ghosts. I will never believe in ghosts, but I will spend all my free time watching these ghost channels just so I can comment, this is fake.
That I don't believe
Stop
in ghosts.
wasting your life. You may think
Yeah.
we're wasting our lives by tromping around in the dark looking for ghosts, but that's what I want to do. So I don't care. Like, you're wasting your life just being like, the only thing I want to do is tear other people down because I'm depressed with how my life is turning out.
Exactly.
Hashtag Jason rant.
Hang on, I'm putting it up there. Boom. But it's so true. We're not.
How are we hurting you?
Exactly.
Random person seeking us out.
Yeah, like we didn't start this channel to be like, we're going to go after the most hardcore skeptics and make them a believer. No.
I don't care. I don't care if you believe or not.
I have zero interest in making a hardcore skeptic believe, much less even like the show. I could give a shit less, for lack of a better word, if they like the show or don't like the show. Who cares? We're a tiny, like, just microscopic drop in the bucket that is the YouTube platform. But guess what? We're here for the fans. We're here for you guys that tune into these live streams, that join the channel, that love to see Jason and I going into the haunted places, supposedly haunted locations, and document our experiences there. That's it. So to the people that think they're ruining our day by saying that, everything we do is fake and, we get called charlatans and all this kind of stuff. Cool. Thank you.
How's that working out for you?
Yeah, we still have new episodes every Friday. You still have just the default picture and no videos.
Yeah. Let's see. Animal 57. Do you guys bother with still photography during investigations?
We do.
Not as much as I would like, really. Like, I would love to take way more still photos. The problem is we just don't have time. Like, we have
usually
to
go.
Yeah, we got to get into these locations. We got to get in, get out kind of thing. When we do have some time, we take some still photography. I take a lot of photos when I go just because I'm like, got to post up on Instagram because, that's how we work in society these days. But so far in all the photography that I've done in these investigations, I've never come across anything that I've taken a picture of that causes me to stop and pause. I thoroughly look at every photo I take, and if I did take a photo that I thought was worthy of presenting to you guys and being like, what do you guys think of this? Does this look like a big question mark to you? I would do that, but so far I haven't come across that.
Yeah. Teresa, thank you for the $5 super sticker. Wow. We appreciate you. And I see a lot of, we love you guys. We love you guys. Yes. Love you guys. How can people not believe? My best friend came to me the night he died and told me he was leaving. Couldn't tell me where he was going, but that he would always be with me, and he is. Yeah. We hear thousands of stories like that all the time. Like all over the world. There have been for centuries. There have been ghost stories and paranormal things that happen. So. I feel like, there's something out there. There's something out there. You know what I mean? There has to be. It's the law of what is it? Not statistics. What am I trying to say?
I don't know.
Law of averages. What is it? It's where there's so much stuff that eventually there has to be
law of averages works.
Yeah, whatever it is. Tim, welcome to the team. You are now a paranormal investigator.
I've got story time.
Oh, damn it. I don't have a story time with Jason.
It's true. I went to my first Paracon this last weekend.
Ooh. Did you get recognized?
No. That's probably because there weren't anybody there.
Oh,
Not that I was expecting. I had no intention. Like, I didn't go there being like, I wonder if someone's going to recognize me. I've always wanted to go to a Paracon since I discovered they existed a few years ago. I'm like, well, that sounds fun. A paranormal convention. Let's check one out. And so I know we've got our own event happening in October. We got 2 events happening in October. Only like one more day to buy early bird tickets for the Para Experience 2021 at the Tahoe Biltmore.
Ooh,
get on that, guys. So I went to a paranormal convention here in Oklahoma, and I was pretty excited. Took the kids with me because it was a paranormal convention / anime convention. My kids really like anime. So I'm like, hey, look, bonding time. Let's go check this stuff out. So we drove 2.5 hours to this convention. Tickets were $40 each. And we walked into a very small room where it was basically empty. And they had maybe 20 vendors there, 75% of which were women selling crystals. And that's about it. And literally the rest, there may have been like 10 or 15 other like guests there, people there for the show or for the convention. And then the rest of the people there was like 30, 40 people that were just like the people putting on the event. The people at the event, attending the event, were outnumbered greater than of the people that were actually working the event.
Oh, no.
And it was not fun. Like within an hour, me and all my kids were just like, let's go home. Like we drove almost 3 hours to be here, and this is not a good time. There was one table that was selling books about hauntings and haunted Oklahoma, all that kind of stuff. And I wanted to buy 2 of them. But the person that was running that table kept leaving their table. So I would look over, nobody there. I'm like, just merch, nobody to buy from. Like, okay. And then I would look over, oh, someone's at the table. They're talking to someone. I'll wait till that person's gone, and then I'll wander over there and I'll get a book. And the second I turn back around, table's empty again, nobody around.
Oh, no.
All that to say is my first paranormal convention experience was not a good one at all. And I'm not going to say the name of the convention. I don't want to like badmouth anybody or whatever, but it was not good. All that to say is now I am way more invested in making sure our event at the Tahoe Biltmore is going to be super fun. We're not going to have that happen. I don't want people to spend their time and their money and their energy to go to an event that we are trying to put on and leave being like, this was a waste of my time. So I'm not going to do that. I will make sure it is not that, guys.
Yeah. And to that point, the first one that we did back in 2019, I think we had 3 weeks, barely 3 weeks to put it together, 2 or 3 weeks. And it was awesome. It was
we had a lot of stuff planned for that weekend that fell apart. Like we were supposed to have a vendor fair. Like one of the days was supposed to be the room full of vendors so that you guys could come and purchase gear and stuff and t-shirts, all that kind of stuff. And we started getting some vendors signing up, and then they just started dropping out. We're too busy, and it just proved to be not worth it. We didn't want to have like 2 tables of stuff you could buy for 3 hours. Like it wasn't worth it. So every time something fell apart, we're like, okay, what can we do to add to this? Like if we're not going to have that, what are we replacing it with? And so that whole weekend we had stuff happening the entire time. And I don't think, at least I didn't hear anybody complaining about the event. Everybody was super stoked about what was going on, about the stuff we did. So much so that we're doing it again, but we're going to be doing it a lot better because we have the time and we have the resources to make this the event we really, really wanted it to be.
Yep. It's going to be awesome. The Abzinaz, I think that's how you say 5. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Woo! And Janine, hello, Patrick and Jason, $5 super chat. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. It certainly helps us. Jason needs some more bangs when he gets down here.
Absolutely. Although, as good as the bangs are, energy drinks, I appreciate the work they do. Nothing beats like a super ridiculously strong cold brew. Just saying.
Oh my God! Speaking of
even in the wintertime, I'm like, Put it on ice, bro.
Hell yeah. Speaking of which, I'm not going to say the name of it yet because I want to try it first and make sure it's good. But we might have a specifically cold brew iced coffee sponsor that mails, like, a box of wine. They mail a box of cold brew to your house. I'm going to try it. I'm getting it in about a week. I'm going to give it a go, and I'm going to let you guys know because it's going to be, I'm
Bye,
super
Peggy.
excited. Bye, Peggy. I says, I mean, the people who try debunking and have shit for evidence and they make themselves look like idiots. Have you had someone try to debunk you? P.S. Love your videos. I am a true believer. We have had people spend, like, it seems like their life's work trying to debunk us. And sure, sometimes they come up with like, well, that could be an animal. That could be this. And it's like, absolutely. That's why we say it in the episode. We're not sure. What do you think? We've never said, if you go back and watch it, guys, we've never said definitively, this is a ghost. Without question, this is a spirit. We have never said that because we don't know for sure. We just document what happened and show it to you guys. And I feel like for our channel, the reason that those kind of channels don't really ever do anything on us, really, unless it's something like that, is because there's nothing to do. We already say it in the episode. We're not sure what this is. It was weird. Here's what we caught. What do you think? You know what I mean? Although we did get told one time that somehow I invented a laser that can move things. Like it's a laser that attaches to things and then can move stuff. And I was like, if I invented a laser that can move things, I would not be making a YouTube channel. I would be working for NASA, and you would never see me again. My family would be, living in some government facility, and it just would never, you know what I mean?
And so,
no sense.
We've had some people debunk us or attempt to debunk us, whatever. First off, I don't care. I don't care. Spend your time and
it helps
effort
the channel.
Energy.
To be fair, it helps the channel.
People will then be like, all right, I'll watch your video. But also I don't seek out like Haunted Side Debunked. Like I don't seek out the episodes or the channels or whatever that do the debunking. But I have seen a couple of them and they're just ridiculous. Like straight up like the space laser that can move things type thing where they're like, obviously, like clearly. Like, and they say it with such like, this is a fact.
So matter of fact.
They have a device. You can clearly see the light on the device as it moves and whatever. And I'm like, that's the reflection of the IR light. And they're like, no, never. I am right. You are wrong. I just want to be hateful and just angry all the time. I'm like, who cares? I don't care. As you can tell, it has not stopped us from producing episodes.
Yeah, we still have new
We're just
episodes.
Gonna keep doing it, man.
Every week. So thank you much. Yeah. Rachel, thank you so much for joining the channel. You are now a paranormal investigator. Good to see you guys. If you want to join the channel, please do. $2 a month. It helps us get to more locations. I will post up the link right now. You will get a shout out because we are live if you join the channel, just like Rachel did right there. Yeah, we're getting close. We're getting close, guys. I think we need another 48 or so channel members to hit the next like tier, which by the way, we get more emojis. We get to unlock more emojis. So I'm excited about that.
Nice.
Tim says, don't you dare tell anyone that it was me who invented the laser.
Never.
It was funny because I read the comments, even like the people who like were on this channel were like, that makes no sense. Like that's dumb. No way. That's idiotic. Like doesn't make any sense. I just laughed. I was like, okay, but it all works. There's no such thing as bad publicity.
Yeah.
Oh goodness gracious.
I think that's one of the things I learned early on when I started doing podcasts and stuff. Mm-hmm. I started doing podcasts around the same time I was like shooting short films and getting into filmmaking. And I had to learn very, very quickly, if I am going to do anything, if I'm going to create anything, be it a photo to a a full-blown film, whatever, I'm going to have to be okay with people not liking it. And not even not liking it, because I've had plenty of people who are like, I don't like that. Didn't really do it for me. I'm like, okay, cool. And then we get the people who are like, I, for some reason, need to make sure you understand with all your soul that I did not like your thing. I'll be like, oh, yeah, it's not for everybody. No, you don't understand. Listen to me very clearly. I don't like you or the thing you created, and it angers me so much. Okay, man, that's cool. Like, you don't have to like it. You can just go do whatever. No, you don't understand. I don't like
you.
Because they it's not that they don't like a thing. They want confirmation that they have hurt you in some form or fashion, that they have made an impression upon your life that you will carry for the rest of your life, and like a dagger to the heart. The best thing to do is to be like, cool, bro, sucks that you're so angry. I'm gonna go make another thing you hate. Have a nice day.
Thanks for cheering us on.
And it sucks because I think so many creative people out there are dissuaded to do what they love because those people exist. And I had to learn not to let it bother me.
Yeah, it is what it is. Grand Mammy says, I never got my shout out when I joined, but that's okay. We are sorry. If you joined and we didn't see it, we are so sorry. In fact, boom, I'm putting that up. Welcome to the team. Everybody
The
joined.
late shout out.
The late shout out. Thank you. We appreciate it. And the PayPal link, guys, paypal.me/thehauntedSide. If you've got a few extra bucks you want to throw our way, it certainly helps. We get, most of the paranormal gear. I say most, not all, sent from Paranormal Electronics UK. They certainly help us out on that regard. But every bit of the filming gear, which is really the more expensive stuff for the show, that comes out of our pockets. So that is, to be fair, honestly, guys, when you join the channel and the Patreon and all that stuff, that's going to help fund the series, not necessarily the gear, the paranormal gear that we use in this series, but fund the actual filming of the series, which we don't have massive network behind us, giving us $50,000 an episode or anything like that. It's you guys. It's all of you guys that said, you know what, $2 a month to help these guys get to some awesome locations. That's worth it. Because most of you, how many of you guys are paying for Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, all that stuff? $1.99, guys. $1.99. Consider it. It helps us out tremendously. Leslie, welcome back. I see that red ghost right there. Welcome back to the team. We appreciate you. Dale says, the New Reality is a great channel too. Absolutely. That is one. I honestly want to say that Cody and Sean are one of the very few channels that we've collabed with, that we will continue to collab with, because we very much so keep the same morals and the same kind of ethical code. I guess is how I can say that, that some of the other channels have not, unfortunately. But yeah, Cody and Sean, I see us, that relationship, going for many, many, many years to come. They are fantastic dudes. If you have not subscribed to them, you absolutely should. They're getting very close to 20,000 subscribers. I think they're just over 13,000, almost 14,000 now. They're getting up there. So guys, if you have not subscribed, go subscribe to those guys. Very cool. And here pretty soon, within the next month or so, we're going to have a kind of a dual episode, that we shot at the Old Bryce Hospital, which is going to be super, super cool.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So what else you got for us? Any other questions?
I'm going to have to wrap this up soon.
I know Jason's got to get out of here. It's like midnight in Oklahoma.
That's not quite that late.
Sean, Mountain Medium Sean. That is Sean from the New Reality. He's like, thanks, Don. It's hell yeah. Do they have morals, or shall I stop watching them? Nope, they have morals. Jennifer Kennedy says the only two channels we watch, THS and the New Reality.
Nice.
Thank you. That's a good start. So much fun watching y'all collab. I know it. Every time I watch, like, and when we do our like marathons and we rewatch the episodes, the ones with Cody and Sean, I just love them. The energy is so high because we're all friends. Like, keep that in mind too. Like, it's not like we're all strangers and we're all like, we get together and we're like, okay, well, you hunt ghosts and I hunt ghosts, so let's go hunt ghosts together. No, when we get together, we're buddies. It's like going out, like when you guys go out with your friends to like a bar or a sporting event or something. When you guys just go out and have fun, that's what we're doing because we have fun doing this. We have fun investigating. And when we find, guys like Cody and Sean, it's a blast. We're laughing and having fun and get the energy going. And people are always like, you're talking too much. You're talking too much. Well, yeah, we're hanging out. Don't worry. If things start getting crazy, we're going to absolutely kick it into hardcore, like investigation mode. But for the most part, we're there to have fun. We're there to smile. And I mean, I can't imagine having, the four of us in a room or in a location and we just stand on opposite corners and don't say anything the whole time.
Yeah, I like hearing what people have to say about our show. I like the critiquing, constructive criticism. Let me define constructive criticism. When you see something and you say, hey, how about you guys do this? Or is it possible for you guys to do that? What isn't constructive criticism is you guys talk too much. This show sucks.
Yeah.
Cool. Like, I'm not going to listen to you.
Yeah, we're not going to stop talking. You
just can't take constructive criticism. No, I just have a short fuse for a-holes.
Yeah, we're not going to stop talking. we're going to talk.
But I think it's probably part of the YouTube thing and part of like the way entertainment has been for the last decade or so. The fact that you guys can interact with us, that we can talk to you like kind of face to face, like,
yeah.
You have a direct line to the entertainment that you watch. Some people think that means that we owe them something, that we have to listen to them, or by gum, they will stop watching. Just stop watching then if you don't like what you see.
Yeah.
But part of it is, this is our show. This is our channel. This is our creative thing that we have presented to the world. If you don't like what we're doing, don't watch. Like, go watch something else. Go find something else. We've changed. Like, if you watch episode 1 of this show, even, episode 1 of when I joined to now, it's a completely different beast. So we are open to like changing. Like, people wanted more night vision stuff, so we made sure we have a lot more night vision stuff.
Mm-hmm.
People say, hey, I want this device over this device more often, and we do that. People say it'd be great if you left Nevada every once in a while, so we are making that happen.
See you later, Nevada.
But some things are just not really going to change. Like, you guys should just stop talking to each other. You should stop saying, did you hear that? You should stop.
Do you guys know me? My personality is not to just sit in a corner and be quiet.
Yeah. And there's just some things that are just what the core of the haunted side is.
Yeah.
And part of that is our personalities and the way we interact. And I'm not going to change my personality for views. I'm sorry. I
would never ask you to.
When I get on this and I go and do an investigation, so what you are getting is me. That's it. I'm not a persona. I'm not a character. You are getting me. You are getting Patrick. He's not a character. He's not a persona. I guarantee, man, he dials it down on the show. He's a nut job. And so for the people who are like, he's too much. He's too much. He's like scaring away all them ghosts, and we don't get to hear anything because he's too much. Listen, if Patrick was on during the investigations, you wouldn't be able to hear me speak, let alone a spirit. Like, it's just the way it is. So, like,
because we've never had that talk where it's like where it's like, okay, Jason, in this location, you're going to be feeling this way and I'm going to be feeling that way. And like, we have never had that talk.
No.
Ever. In fact, when I very first met Jason, really the only talk we had is, hey, I just lost a cameraman because it got too real for him. Do you think you'll be able to handle this? And Jason's like, let's find out.
Yeah, I don't know.
So yeah, there shan't be any changing. He is a nut job. Thank you, Dale. Patrick is a professional nut job.
Absolutely.
Tina says, can you scare away a ghost? Apparently, to some people, you can, although I have never seen definitive evidence that you can scare away a ghost. In fact, more often than not, when Jason and I are just having a conversation is when things will happen. It's almost like if you treat whatever's there like a zoo animal, like you're there to observe it, nothing happens. And then when you start to talk and look away, they come out and they start to move around and they want to do things because it's almost like, okay, I don't feel like I'm just a specimen to look at. I feel like I am part of a conversation or I'm part of something that's happening. So a lot of times it's just when we're talking, we'll hear a voice behind us. And we're like,
and I love
we utter the phrase that we're not supposed to say. Did you hear that?
And here's the thing that makes no sense to me. When people say, did you hear that? No, because you're talking. Like literally people do not understand how sound works. This is the thing. It blows me away every time because it's silent and the sound will happen. And then Patrick will say, did you hear that? For some reason, people think that the sound is happening while he is saying, did you hear that? Which makes no sense because that's not how it works. A thing happens and then we acknowledge said thing. You are not missing out on anything while he is saying, did you hear that?
To be fair,
it's already happened.
Yeah, to be fair, if I was like, Jason, did you hear that? And then something happened, that's how we'd end up on those other channels.
Yeah.
Real quick, that would be very fishy if I'm like, wait, everybody shut up, don't say a word, everybody just calm down. Did you hear that?
Did you hear that? Like,
no, that's not how it works. And guys, it's the paranormal. So sometimes we're going to hear things and it doesn't get captured. Sometimes it's so loud to me or so loud to Jason, and one of us doesn't hear it. More often not, Jason that doesn't hear it. But there are times where Jason. One instance is at the hospital, at the Yorktown Memorial Hospital, when we're getting ready to go up to the very top floor. There's like a very breathy, like, yeah, or something. I forgot exactly what it said, but there was a very breathy voice that was absolutely captured on the microphone. And you heard it because you were like, you were actually like a little frightened. You were like, did you hear that? That was like a very breathy voice. And I had no idea. I was like, no, I didn't hear anything.
Yeah, I always get a little unnerved when I hear the thing and you're like, what? No, I didn't hear anything.
Especially like, seriously? That one. Especially that
because
one.
It's very rare that I will hear something that Patrick will not. I don't know if it's because of Patrick being more in tune with the paranormal, as you know, some people are just more in tune with being more sensitive to the environment around them versus people who aren't. I don't know what causes this. Again, there's no experts. We don't know. This is why we're like doing this. But for when I hear something and like it's clear as day, and I'm like, dude, did you hear that? And you're just like,
what? No.
Well,
what'd you hear?
And I'm just like, man, now that's when I know things are getting ratcheted up, when there's like a level in which, like, if this is the level of, paranormal energy or whatever, and because we think you're a little bit more sensitive to the energies of the environment, you're hearing anything in this area. Like, it's just, that's the way it works, because you're just above that line and I'm below it. So I'm not hearing it. But if the activity has gone up so much that now it has dropped down to a level where I'm now above that paranormal level, and I'm hearing things, like that's when I know things are strong.
That's when Jason starts going like this. He's like, "Oh God!"
That's when you get Instagram live updates from me being like, "I left. I walked out of the building, guys. I can't do this anymore."
Do this. That's like Kendra says. Patrick always says, "Did you hear that? That's what makes him iconic."
It's a tagline. Come on.
It is. That's my go-to phrase. Did thou's ear canal receive the vibration of the object? I can't imagine it. This is an epic live, guys. Thank you, Trish. We appreciate you. Crow Judas wants to know if we've ever milked anything. I have milked a cow. Yes.
I've milked a cow and a goat.
I have not milked a goat in my lifetime, but I have milked a cow. I have.
Karen, thank you for the super chat.
Oh my God, Karen. Oh.
Looking forward to the next collaboration with all the dude bro. Did you hear that? No. Love you all so much for being you, including your fans, and doing great work. Well, thank you.
Oh,
thank you very much.
We appreciate it. We love you guys so much. What's that movie where he goes, I got up early and I milked your cow, and the guys are like, we don't have a cow, we have a bull. Kingpin. Yes, I love that movie.
And he's drinking out of the bucket. He's got the milk mustache.
Oh God. Milking a goat is harder than a cow. I would imagine, because they're tiny, and they were be like, hell no, I'm out of here. The cow.
Yeah, they're not really down for it too much.
I'm pretty much stuck here. Amanda says, got to go take care of my little one. Have a good night. Thanks for making my night. You are very welcome, Amanda. Thank you for being here. Thank you all for being here. If you haven't yet, make sure you give the video a like. The YouTube overlords like that kind of stuff. It helps the video get out there. It helps the channel get out there more. And we super, super appreciate you. Trish says, one of these days soon, can I throw you $100? Trish, absolutely. That goes a very long way in the world of the haunted side. That is a tank of gas for the van, and some bangs for the road. So absolutely, I would say, Trish, utilize the PayPal link for that, because YouTube would take 60% of it if you send it on YouTube. But we would certainly appreciate it. Yeah, that would be fantastic. And it's also the $100 challenge. So in sending a $100 PayPal donation, in the comment, you tell us what we have to do, and then we do that. Jason has shaved his head.
Within reason.
I mean, within reason, yes. We're not going to obviously jump off a bridge or something like that. But Jason has shaved his head. I created Ghost Kitten. I've done live, guitar, like singing and songs and stuff like that. We've had some craziness on the channel with those. We did hide and seek. We've done all kinds of cool stuff.
I don't know if we did hide and seek. We got busy.
Didn't we do it? I thought we did it in the hospital.
No,
I guess it was just us wandering around looking for each other. Actually, that's right. I did inadvertently play hide and seek. Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot to tell you guys, I got a new Cemetery Road shirt up.
And if you haven't subscribed to Cemetery Road, immediately.
You can't really see it in this.
Is that a pocket plasma?
It's got a little Memento Mori skull with wings at the top.
Ooh.
And it's also on the back as well, if you guys are at all interested. I'm trying to put in some new Cemetery Road merch here and there. I'm also working on a exclusive design for the Para Experience at the Tahoe Biltmore that will be coming out once that event gets a little closer.
Ooh.
So that'll be cool.
Heck yes. Stacy, thank you for the PayPal donation. We appreciate it. Thank you.
And I dropped a link to my link tree in the chat. So if you guys are interested in the Instagram, which is where I post the photos I take at the cemeteries, and the merch and the YouTube channel, all the links are there.
So go pick up some Cemetery Road gear immediately.
It'd be cool to go to the Tahoe Biltmore Para Experience and see a Cemetery Road shirt or two. That would be pretty cool. I'm actually going to have my own panel too.
I know. I'm so stoked. It's going to be so much fun. The new reality are going to be there. There's a bunch of people that are going to be there.
There is.
And
people I don't know. I'm going to be meeting a whole slew of people.
Yeah. I keep seeing Jamie Lee Event Company. Shout out to Jamie Lee if she's watching. I don't know. I didn't see her in here, but shout out to Jamie Lee. I keep seeing on her Instagram, she's posting up the flyers of who else is going to be there. And it's like new people get added every like couple of days. And I'm like, oh my God.
And like I said, early bird tickets are on sale right now, but they stop being early bird tickets July 1st, right?
Yeah, 2 days.
So July
today
1st,
and tomorrow, and that's it.
It's full price. So if you're at all thinking of coming and you're like, how do I save a couple of bucks on this event, then getting the early bird tickets is the first stop on that.
Yeah, totally. Sarah, thank you so much. Sarah says, I swear, Patrick and Jason, your channel has the best videos and the best live chats I have ever experienced. So I'm not going anywhere ever. Not just anywhere. I'm not going anywhere ever. Sarah, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That seriously means a lot to us. Guys, again, we said it in the beginning of this video. It's just me and Jason being ourselves, going out and doing this stuff. So the fact that you guys have just surrounded us with so much love, so much support, so much just like unwavering support, it blows us away. We are so thankful. We are so appreciative of every single one of you for the PayPal donations, the super chats, joining the channel, joining the Patreon. And like I said earlier, just liking the videos, just coming into the live streams, watching the videos, sharing the videos on your social media, all that kind of stuff. You don't have to do it. You don't have to do any of it. You could just come on, watch an episode, and then go about your life. But the fact that you come in and interact with us and show us how much you care about us, especially because, like I said, we're a drop in the bucket in the YouTube platform, and then just in life. I mean, like we might as well just be a little piece of dust floating around. But you guys take the time, out of being with family or going out to a movie or doing whatever, you take the time to come and hang out with us and interact with us and be part of this family. And it means the absolute world to us. And I saw earlier, I wanted to answer it. Sorry. Somebody said, I think it was Denise said, how long do we want to do this? How long do we want to continue to do this? And to be fair, as long as we possibly can, as long as there's still somebody that wants to watch it, we're going to keep posting this up and doing it for as long as we can.
Yeah, I don't really have any intention of stopping. Like, honestly, when I moved, I fully expected, when I told Patrick, I'm like, hey, man, got some bad news. I am moving away. Like, I gave you, I don't know, like 3 months notice or something like that. I was like, hey, it's come down to like, I'm moving. And I fully expected you to be like, well, it's been a good run, bro. Have a good one. And I was ready for that. I'm like, well, this is the end of this. Hey, Patrick, I'm moving away, moving to Oklahoma. And the next message was like, oh man, that sucks. We're going to have to investigate outside of Nevada now. Like I'll come down. Like it was literally like 3 texts of like, here's the plan. We'll get like 4 or 5 locations and I'll fly down and we'll drive from your place. Like it was the impetus really of us doing more locations outside of Nevada is the fact that, well, now we kind of have to. Like if Jason's going to, and literally me living like in the middle of the country, it's allowed us to do that fairly easily, which is super awesome. Because what we want to do is we want to grow this thing. We want to expand. You know, it's super nice that Reno is in a location that has so much paranormal activity reported. That's great and all. But we want to go out and explore the U.S., the Europe, the United Kingdom, Canada. Like we want to go to all of these places.
Yeah.
And your guys' support helps us do that. And
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what's next. Like I'm excited to see what the next big trip is that we're going to go and spend a week in brand new places, meeting new people. Like that's going to be an experience that I'm looking forward to.
And what's crazy too is, I mean, if you guys think about it, the haunted side, we're barely coming up on like just a little over 2 years old, maybe 2 years old now. We haven't been around for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years making these videos. And honestly, we really caught our stride, like our run and go last year, like January, February, which is right when the entire world shut down. So we weren't able, like all last year, we had so many trips planned, overseas, even international trips ready to go in the wings. And we had to postpone all that stuff. We had to move all that stuff back. And even with all that going on, you guys still stepped up and said, you know what? We love you guys. We believe in you so much. Even though times are tough for everybody, you stepped up, made it the best year the haunted side has ever had, and helped us get out. I mean, we went to Eureka. We got to do Eureka with Jeremy. We got to do the Cobb Mansion and a lot of places up in Virginia City because they were shut down. They couldn't even have guests. So we were able to go in. The Mackey Mansion was in like desperate need. Like they were nearly having to shut down. They weren't going to be able to have anybody come in for a while because they needed money for plumbing issues and all kinds of issues. So we did a 12-hour live stream from there and raised a ton of money for those guys. It's incredible. I mean, you guys are amazing. I will never stop saying it. I can never stop saying it because it is so true. Every time we turn around, you guys are just coming through, hand over fist, just unbelievable. I love you guys so much. I love this community. I think it is by far the best community of people on YouTube for sure, but possibly ever in the history of humans in existence. Yeah, you guys are incredible. And with that said, I'm sure Jason needs to get out of here.
Yep, it's time for me to go and make sure my children are alive and feed the dogs and all that kind of stuff.
I need to make sure my children are alive.
It's so nice outside, though.
Let's see. Did it go back under 100?
I'm just excited my computer didn't overheat during this whole thing like it's been doing.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You were having all kinds of issues. Oh, it just broke. We're back to 99 degrees.
Oh, thank God. It's a cooling spell.
I'm going to go outside. Oh, cool down. Anyways, yes, Tim, sorry, good night. Patrick, Jason, community, stay safe. Yes, everybody be safe out there. # Team Rewatch. Guys, if you haven't watched the Two Rivers Mansion episodes, go watch it. Part 2 came out last week. Help get those views up on that video and the first one. We'll have first one of the homestead up on Friday. I need to edit it, actually. So as soon as this ends, I'm just going to start editing. I'm about a third of the way through, so I got some more editing to do. But yeah, we love you guys. Thank you so much. Oh, Jason, any last words?
No.
Oh,
all right. Dan Texas, how's your mom doing with the heat wave? Because she's up in the Pacific Northwest area.
They're just inside in the AC.
Just staying in the air conditioning.
Janine, did you get my PayPal? No, I have not yet. I keep refreshing. I don't see it. But thank you for sending it. Thank you to everybody who sent PayPal donations. Y'all are amazing. Oh, by the way, real quick before we go, Janine had an awesome idea for a contest, and I want to do it. So we're going to run it from now until next week. Next week for the live stream, we'll announce the winner if somebody wins. I guess it would. You might not. Okay, but I'm going to tell you what it is. She said, have a contest to where people guess how many black shirts I own. So if you can guess the number of black shirts I own, you win. I don't even know what yet. Probably a pocket plasma and a shirt. We're going to come up with
just one singular black shirt from the collection.
Yes, one singular black shirt. You're gonna win some. You're gonna win a shirt. You're gonna win a pocket plasma if you're into the pocket plasmas. I know we have some pocket plasma haters out there, but you basically just get a goodie bag. You can pick whatever it is that you want. To enter, I'm gonna post a community page status. I'm gonna go as soon as I end this. I'm gonna go and post it. Comment on that community post how many black shirts you think I own. And the one who guesses the right one or gets the closest to it is going to win. I guess if multiple people guess the right amount, we'll split the prize, I guess, or we both get a big-ass prize. I don't care. We'll figure it out. But yes, guess how many black shirts I own to win a goodie bag. And wait a second, Janine. Yes, I see that PayPal donation. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Okay, so with that said, thank you. We love you guys. We will see you soon. I've got to get to editing, but if you want, I'm going to go post that community post right now. Guess how many black shirts I own. And yeah, Jason.
Joke's on you. He only has one. Just wears the same shirt every day.
I know. This is the same black shirt every single time.
He has one haunted side shirt. He just flips it inside out when he doesn't want people to know he doesn't have more than one shirt.
Exactly. That's what I do.
That's a new shirt idea right there. This is my black shirt. The haunted side.
Yes, I love it. I'm going to do it right now. Too many to count. It might be. I might just have one or I might have 4,000. I'll leave that up to you guys to find out.
Thanks for hanging out with us, guys.
All right, y'all. Be safe. Love you. Take care. And we'll see you on Friday.